Well, welcome back to my channel, everybody. Chris Gault here, Healthy Living with Chris Gault, and I have a very special message today, and I'm going to get right to it. All right, I think it's apparent that there's a big division in this country of the United States. I'm not sure what's happening in the rest of the world, but there's definitely a division in this country. And the more I thought about it, I thought, why is this? Why is this division there? And I never really get political. I don't like to talk about politics on my channel because it's a healthy living channel. But what's going on now is not actually healthy for anybody. It's such a us versus them type of stance. At least it appeared that way at first to me. And it even really started to come out on something like COVID-19, where you would think that we would all rally together to fight COVID-19. COVID-19 is the enemy. And how do you even politicize that? But it's gotten politicized. Now, I'm not sure how it has, but it has. And you could see from these pictures I'm going to throw up here, you could see, pictures of around the country of people as we open up the country, which I do want the country to start opening up. I do think we have to get the economy going worldwide, but we have to do it the correct way, safe way, so we don't have to go through this all over again. But from these pictures, you could see that people all over this country, at least, and it's probably happening in other countries, they're not following safe practices. As you could see, the people are actually not, socially distancing. They're not wearing their masks, and something like even wearing a mask or socially distancing has become politicized. I mean, I don't understand how that can happen, but it has, or why. I don't understand why it should. And what I'm asking everyone to do, and I know it's a big ask, but is to put the politics aside, and to think. Well, before I get into that, I just want to talk about what I think it really is. And what I think what really is, it's not really an us versus them type of battle out there that's going on. It's really a us versus me, or we versus me. At least it appears that way to me. And I know I'm not going to get a lot of kind comments from that. And that's okay. If you disagree with me, obviously, agree with me or disagree with me, pop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your point of view on this. I think we should all be open to hear everyone's point of view on this as to why we're doing what we're doing. But the whole thing is that we as a people need to get through this. It's not even just the U.S. It's the entire country that needs to get through this. We can't have this pandemic destroy our world. And yes, so that means that we got to get businesses open. I used to own a small business. I sold it in time, I guess, because I'm not going through this. But I have a lot of friends that actually own small businesses, and my heart goes out for them because it is tough. So I do understand that we have to open up businesses and we have to get the economy moving. That's very important because people have to put food on the table, right? I mean, that's a healthy thing too. But we got to do it smartly. And, again, like from the pictures I've showed you, people are not listening to the people they should be listening to. And this comes back to me about politicizing something. This should not be politicized. And so what does that mean? What I'm asking people to do, and I know this is a big ask, is to not listen to the politicians. Because the politicians are only going to say what they want to say in order to get reelected. And that's on both sides. And again, I'm talking more about the United States. I'm sure this is happening in other countries as well, but I'm not sure if it's happening as much as it is here. But obviously, we politicize everything, even something that we should all be joining together and fighting. So what I would ask everyone to do is not listen to the politicians, but listen to the doctors, the top doctors, and the top scientists in this country. So what are they saying, right? Well, as far as I know, they're saying that we need to protect ourselves. We need to still practice social distancing. We still need to practice like putting a mask on. When I go out, I'm just floored by how many masks I don't see. And I know people get like, oh, well, I'm too macho to put a mask on. Well, that's the me kind of thinking. It's like, I'm not going to put on a mask. I don't care about you. But it should be about a we. It should be a we mentality. We're in this together. You know, the mask doesn't help you. When someone wears a mask, they're not wearing it because they want to protect themselves. They're wearing it because they're protecting you. And all they're asking is that you wear one to protect them as well. Same thing with the social distancing. I see people walk right up to each other. I mean, it's like they don't have masks on, they'll walk within, they're almost touching each other. But the thing is that we need to make sure that we're practicing these safe things, not just for ourselves, but for other people. So that's why I bring my mask with me wherever I go. Because I never know when I'm going to be within 6 feet. Even when I'm running, or I'm riding a bike, or I'm walking, surely, definitely when I'm going into a store or something, because obviously most places require it. And they require the mask in the store. It should tell you something about why it should be outside too. You carry the mask with you, and then if you get within 6 feet of someone, you should put it on. It's a common courtesy to the other person. It's almost telling the other person, I see worth in you, and I see that I need to protect you, and I'm going to put it on. And I'm man enough, or I'm woman enough, I'm strong enough to do that. It's not a weakness. Some people look at it as a weakness. I'm not sure why wearing a mask has become a weakness. It's what the doctors are saying that we should do. It's what the top scientists say that we should do. So put on a mask when you are getting near people. If you're outside, if you're 6 feet apart, fine, don't put it on. That's okay. You don't want to wear it all the time. Also, this stuff, you got to stop listening to what people put on the internet. People will put all sorts of stuff on the internet, and they're not qualified to put stuff on the internet. So listen, I'm not putting it there. I'm just listening to the top scientists and doctors who have studied this their whole life. I mean, when it comes to masks, people have said, oh, well, you can die by putting a mask on, or you're not getting oxygen if you put a mask on. I mean, they're just saying that. All the mask does is it slows down the breath coming out, so it goes down instead of goes out, and it also slows down any kind of like water particles or anything like that might come out and might end up hitting somebody else, and then they end up getting. So actually, it does protect you a little bit, because if you have it on and they have it on, you're great. But if you have it on and they maybe spit at you, maybe it doesn't go in, maybe it does, but maybe it hits a part of your body and you touch it and you touch your eye and all of a sudden you have it. So the mask actually helps more the other person, but it could help you as well. So why don't we just wear it? Let's get through this pandemic. And again, it's this whole, it's this me thing. My rights are being violated. My rights are being taken away. I have the right to go right up to you and spit in your face. Well, you don't have that right. You don't have that right. You don't, and it's not about rights. It's about what is the decent, humane thing to do. It's the decent, humane thing to do. And that's what I'm asking everyone to do, is to do the decent, humane thing. Don't worry about yourself as much. Protect others. And let's get through this pandemic. We'll get through it. And before you know it, we'll have what we need in order to continue our lives back to the way they used to be. We'll get there. But for the time being, please, don't have this me attitude. Have this we attitude. Again, the Constitution says we the people, right? It's not me the people. It's we the people. And I think it's very important that we all look at it that way and all try our best to help each other get through this. And that's all I wanted to say. I know I rambled. I knew it was going to be a rambling type of video, so I apologize if I rambled too much. I am a rambler sometimes. But anyway, I hope you understand that. This is where I'm coming from, at least. And so next time you see someone, if you don't wear a mask, next time you see someone who's wearing it, just know they're not doing it for just themselves, or they're not scared. They're not little babies. They're doing it because they're trying to protect you. And wouldn't it be great if you can return the favor? So anyway, that's all I want to say, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, everybody. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button. And also, please subscribe and click on the notification button to get all this great content that's coming up every week. Thank you.